We've got some troubling new details about what's happening in the nation's southern border, why some migrants are getting seriously hurt at former President Trump's 30-foot steel border wall.
So many of these injuries will be ankle injuries, or they break their legs. Those are the majority of the injuries that we see.
Wow. Illegal border crossings remain at an all-time high, with Border Patrol in El Paso seeing an increase in injuries, even fatalities, among migrants scaling the wall. Cartels are offering migrants a ladder to climb to the top, but often leaves them stranded with no way down on the other side, some falling nearly 30 feet in certain sections of that border. Joining us now with more on this is NBC's Julia Ainsley. So, Julia, what is going on?
Well, Chris, I just got back from El Paso, where I stood just right there where that young woman was being loaded into an ambulance, and border agents told me that she had just fallen from a 30-foot steel wall, one of those erected by former President Donald Trump, and that this is common. They say that they've now seen 229 injuries just in the El Paso sector just since October, ranging from foot and ankle, which is likely what they think this woman sustained, but also spine injuries, brain injuries, and even death. Here's what Agent Valeria Morales had to tell me when I rode along with her last week.
We were just in that area just a little while ago, and we left, and just like that quickly, she was exploited by a smuggler who encouraged her and possibly forced her to scale the border barrier. Unfortunately, she fell and she injured herself. The girl looked very young. A young little girl. She may be underage, but again, this goes back to how the TCOs exploit these migrants.
So you see there, she's very young. That's a big reason why we would not show you her face. But I can tell you she was in a great deal of pain. And what this agent is describing is how quickly this can happen. We had just left this area. All of a sudden, we get a report of an injury. She had been left alone at the top of this wall. And she says, Agent Morales told me that a lot of times someone will climb to the top thinking that they can scale down on the other side. You can see how they use those makeshift ladders to get to the top. But when they get up, they might not have the upper body strength to hold on. And now with temperatures soaring to over 100 nearly every day in South Texas and in West Texas where we were, it can be excruciating to try to hold on to one of those 30-foot steel beams. And so they let go, and that's when these injuries occur. One of those many unforeseen consequences of Trump's border wall.
Absolutely horrifying, especially for someone that young. Julia, thank you so much for that report.